Hello, hobbyologist. Mike's Little Shop of Hobbies. Mike, thank you for hanging out. We're gonna work on the ceiling of our bridge over here behind me. Elena gave me a tripod, so like this is actually like professional. Let's not get carried away. Everyone, calm down. Okay. We're gonna make rusty nails. Okay? You know, you're driving under the bridge and you look up and all the rust stains. We don't want it to be pretty. So I like came up with a ugly rust-ish color, and I don't know where I am. Sorry. I did more pull-ups today. Not as many as the other day, but they weren't very great. I wasn't feeling very good. I'll take what I get. Okay. Oh. There. That's what I was doing. So I'm going to, man, I'm sorry. Woo! Our brain's shutting off. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some water on here. I want it to just be really thin. That way it kind of disperses into grooves where it wants to, like rust wood. So I don't want to force it. I never feel like I'm good at detailing work. I feel like I either way miss the mark or get carried away. So if I'm getting carried away, let me know, but I do want some detail. Ah! Okay. Let's close our water for a minute so we don't make a big old mess. So what I was thinking is I've got a couple different things here. I've got some toothpicks, a shish kebabber stick, and two different size paintbrushes. So I'm not sure which one I want to use or if I want to use all of them. So we're just going to start with one. Santi. Okay. So let's kind of and I'll show you in a second. Sorry. We'll get this figured out. So I'm just kind of dabbing it on there, and what I think I'm gonna do is let it just sit for a second and maybe just like set the paper towel on it. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking like not everywhere, but like I've seen where like the rust will come through, you know, the seams of the concrete panels. So like definitely in, I got a big gap right here. You can't see it. I apologize. Right there. There's a gap. So I'm gonna put some rust color in there. Okay. Now let's do what we said we were gonna do. Or take a dry piece of paper towel. Okay, I like what it did on the panel, but took everything off of our nail. So, take two. You hear that windery tonight? I mean, it's always windy. But it's gustery tonight. Kinda wanna see. And like that big hole. If I that's kind of cool. I'm gonna bring you in here. You'll see everything that I've done. And maybe I am figuring this out a little bit. Yeah, so the toothpick, oh, and it's cinnamon toothpicks, so my stock car track is gonna smell good. Okay. There. I don't know about the angle or the lighting. Anyways, I apologize. Yeah, cinnamon toothpicks. So, I like this on the nails. So I'm just gonna go through and yeah. it's an old bridge, so every bolt would be rusty, right? Like I said, I don't want it to be all shiny and pretty new bridge. Want it used. Hey, make sure I put the right toothpick in my mouth. Sorry. It'd be better if I was left-handed, huh? Getting in my own way. Now that I've got some paint stuck on the nails, I'm adding just another little dab. Okay. So, yeah, definitely gonna be some rust down in that big old crevice. I hear a heckalopter. Can you see that? I think that's looking good. Bringing some detail to it. Right? Screw them if they can't take a joke. I never figure out who them is. A couple times I did. Yeah, I like that. When I went back and added some paint to the top, once I got some paint to stick to the top of the nails, after I dabbed it, I went and put another dab of paint on it and dabbed it again, and I like that look. I guess I was fine where I was. I'm gonna use the toothpick here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do the brush for a few minutes, and then I can put it in the water and just use the toothpick technique to get better in the lines and stuff. That little spot, I caught the edge where there was still thick paint and not as much water, so it was really bright orange. So I just used a piece of the wet paper towel and did it in reverse. This is the one you choose. This is the one that you use as a paintbrush. Stay away from the side of the paint. I say these things, but will I remember these things? Oh yeah, lots of rust in here. Yeah, fly through and do these real quick. See how many we can miss. Okay, we'll let those dry before we dab them. Everything up there, I think I'm pretty happy with. Oop. I don't need the paint one, I need the water one. Probably do a dab here. A dab, not the other smoke dab. Okay. So a little bright right there. Add a little water to it. Those look bright. Let's see. We can still we have a couple seconds to play with that we can still add water to it and thin it. Well, minutes, not seconds. always have to look at my videos because I can never remember if I'm thinking out loud or not. And I don't want you guys to hear what I'm thinking. Know what I mean? Let's get some more water. Okay. I like this. Do you like this? It's starting to feel more realistic. Now we need more paint. I made plenty. Don't say that. Okay. We're gonna finish using this paintbrush. And then we're going to use that toothpick with the paint on it, not the toothpick in my mouth. Get some water. That's a little bright. My hands are acting up tonight. Not complaining. They're actually still better than what we had a while back. So, but I'm a little dropsy. Dropsy. This is fun. Almost got all the nails. Couple more nails, then we'll look at all of them. Still want to do some of these bigger cracks. That's a little bright. I like this. I'll show you here again in a second. Honestly, I'm gonna use the toothpick a little bit, but we'll see. Ooh, fancy. Alright, I'm throwing this one away. Before we switch over to the paintbrush or the toothpick, let's just random. Right? There's iron in the rock and the concrete. I'm sure there's some kind of rust coming through. I'll show you. I'm barely just kind of skimming it, like no rhyme or reason. Just doing that just added a bunch of character. Good character, not bad character. Not that guy. We need more paint. Pop. Yeah. Man, I don't know that that's going to show up on the camera. But wait, I've got more in my toolbox of toolboxes of shenanigans. Where was I? Oh. Yeah, I want to make sure there's not a lot on there. I want consistent inconsistency. Somebody out there knows exactly what I mean. Oh. Those were a little bit not consistent. I'm gonna hit the paper towel over that. Cool. Okay. And I think we're just going to use this in a couple. You know what? We want more water. Okay. Oh, I'm not using this. I'm using this. Had a big old glob of paint. Do you hear the windery? Snickers, we're coming up on 37 minutes. There ain't nobody watching this at 37 minutes. If you are, thank you. And I apologize for not having faith in you. I think we're done with the rust. Sorry. Okay. So all the new rafters are covering up the light. I don't know. I'll see what it looks like. Whoop. Sorry. I'll see what it looks like on there in a minute. I'm happy with how it looks. So, oop. Little bright. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hobbyologist, I'm Mike. Mike's Little Shop of Hobbies. And this is our sealing of our bridge. And I think we're getting closer to getting it installed. But I have a couple ideas of things I want to do first. So, yeah. Hobbyologists, keep hobbying. Thanks for hanging out. Like, subscribe, comment, suggest, all the thingy things. And we will see ya.